What up, YouTube? It's your girl Pimp back with another video, back with another Black excellent video. And today's guest, I have Anton D Ice Dobine with me. In case y'all don't know, one of our Chi-Town finest, in my eyes, been talking about the neighborhood, how to change it, how to get it right for us. We just recently had an incident that involved him, but before we get right into it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, Mr. D Ice, for joining me. I really, really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure having me. I really do appreciate it.
Um, for people who don't know who you are, introduce yourself, let them know who you are.
I'm Antoine D. Ice Dobine, president and founder of Hands Around the Hundreds, Youth and Family Services. Also the founder of ADD Youth Sports and Mentoring. I'm a 45-year resident of West Pullman on the far south side of Chicago. I'm a Finger alumni, and I'm just a guy in the community that helped destroy the community, and I felt like it was my job to bring the community back. So I'm repenting.
I know that's right, and there's nothing wrong with it at all. So, speaking of your past, how has your past shaped your future for right now?
Well, I was incarcerated for drugs back in '93. I did
Mm-hmm.
a 6-year jail sentence, and while I was locked up, I saw a lot of brothers that we messed up, and we supposed to been doing better. So I
Mm-hmm.
decided when I left behind Vienna Correctional Center in 1996, and I came back to my community, I saw a need. I saw young brothers being misguided. I saw young brothers about to head down the same pathway that me and a lot of others that I seen inside that penitentiary did. So I
Mm-hmm.
decided to take it upon myself to guide as many as brothers in my community. So it started out just inside my community behind my school, West Pullman. I just started hosting basketball tournaments, cookouts, barbecues,
I
giving
seen
them a
that.
place, giving them a safe place to enjoy while putting some knowledge on their head.
I know that's right. And I know one of the things that you mentioned was the basketball. Why basketball?
It was the sport that everybody was gravitating to. After
Mm-hmm.
basketball, we did pursue baseball and football, but basketball was the sport that was really everybody was interested in. Michael Jordan, the Bulls was on their run.
Yeah, yeah.
96, the Bulls was on their run. They was the hottest thing in the city. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be Mike. So
Yeah.
I said, okay. And the principal, he came in and put some basketball rims in the back of the school, which made it even better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Man, I've been trying to get like my nephews to get into the whole baseball because I'm like, shoot, that's where the money at. You less likely to get hurt. I mean, you can get hurt, but you're less likely to have injuries. You can play for a long time. They get guaranteed money. I'm like, shoot,
Yeah.
let's spread it out.
And you leave away from that sport really basically healthy. A
Health.
lot of other sports, you have a lot of injuries, but baseball, you basically leave that game healthy.
Healthy. Well, a lot of them gain weight too. I don't know how healthy that
Yeah, a
is,
lot of
but
them gain weight
but
after.
you have your bones together and no
Yeah,
breaks, and unless the ball hits you, of course. But that's rare.
yeah.
That's very rare. And so I also seen that you also are trying to do a fundraiser.
So my non-for-profit been fundraising ever since we started. We've been a non-for-profit organization for the past 4 years. And with
Mm-hmm.
non-for-profit, if anybody know anything about non-for-profits, we have to fundraise. We have
Mm-hmm.
to write grants. We
Absolutely.
have to do all that to fund the programs that we want to do.
Yep.
So I've been fundraising. You can go down my Facebook page. I've been fundraising for years. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
just start fundraising because I found Michelle inside of a house. I've
Mm-hmm.
been fundraising. But this fundraiser right here that I decided to do was particularly for these abandoned properties. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have the money to go to the bank and say, hey, I want this property. But I know it's other people out there that care. So if you care, make a little donation. I ain't telling you to give me your rent. I ain't telling me to
Mm-hmm.
give you your life savings. I got 5,000 friends on Facebook, and I probably got over 10,000 friends in the world because I'm a referee. I'm a licensed referee. I do basketball,
Okay.
baseball, and football. So
Uh-huh.
everybody know me through the city. So
Okay.
all I said is if we can put our little money together, I can purchase these homes, and now I can turn these homes into rehabilitation homes for
Mm-hmm.
for drug abuse, returning citizens, um, abused women, runaway
Mm-hmm.
kids. We
Mm-hmm.
have a place because I didn't house in the houses that I done lived on 119. I didn't housed over 500 people in my house at once upon a time.
Oh
You
wow.
came to, yeah, you came to my house. I gave you something to eat. I let you sleep, get you back on your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's
Mm-hmm.
what my grandmama and them down in Alabama did for people. And that's
Yeah.
what my uncle did when he moved to Chicago. Everybody from Chicago came from Alabama to Chicago. My uncle gave them a place to stay to get on their feet, and then they go get their own place. That's the
Mm-hmm.
love that we missing in the black community.
Absolutely. Absolutely missing the grandmas that watched the neighborhood, because I was even telling some of the kids that I work with, even our game bankers, they was on a different boat. They first of all, they wasn't shooting at kids and old people was outside. You
No,
know, they warned you, hey, y'all better get in the house. They
don't get
still
out.
carried the groceries for the older women. You know what I mean? They still walk, the women down, it was about protecting the neighborhood. It wasn't about how it is today. So
And
yeah.
neighbors really looked out. And neighbors really looked out for each other.
Yep, you had somebody to watch the kids while you was at work,
I got a
so
guy that just rolled past, a young lady walking down the street, old
mhm.
guy stick his head out the window trying to holler at the little babies. Stop it, man.
Stop it, man.
Ah, I mean, really, stop.
Yeah, and this is what you're trying to prevent.
And
So
this is what I'm trying. So just think about it. If my security staff was up and running, they'll be able to monitor that young lady walking down the street so one of the old guys don't
absolutely.
add up and try to pull on it. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create a safe space for the
Mm-hmm.
residents of the far south side of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
it's not just my neighborhood. Like I say, our neighborhood go from 95th to Argyle Gardens, from
Mm-hmm.
expressway to expressway.
Right. Mhm.
That's a big
Absolutely.
area. If you know about Chicago, that's a big area. And but I'm working with other people. It's not just me by myself. But
Okay.
my individual organization, Hands Around the Hundreds, our headquarters is right here on 119th Street. Even though our hands is around the hundreds, we got guys set up in other areas.
Okay. Recently happened. For those that don't know, they should know, but it's a lot of people outside of Chicago, that probably don't know. But just briefly describe what was going on that day for you.
Uh, so I was leaving one of my friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped on. I was finna walk down Stewart,
Okay.
which is the next block over from Eggleston. And I was like, nah, I ain't finna walk down Stewart. I'm finna walk down Eggleston. So I
Mm-hmm.
walked down. I started walking down Eggleston. Seen a neighbor out there cutting the grass. I'm like, man, look, I've been seeing you cut this grass for a long time. This is not your grass. Take a picture. Keep tally of how many times you cutting this grass. So when the landlord eventually comes, you can
Mm-hmm.
present him with it, and he got to pay you for it because you've
Yep.
been maintaining this property. Better
Yes.
yet, better yet, we're gonna form a block club, and we're gonna become non for profit, and we're gonna get some funds to help build this block back up. As we talking, we hear somebody knock on the door, knock on the window, on the wood, boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
The house is abandoned. We like, I'm like, ain't nobody supposed to be in there. Ain't no workers. It ain't no work being done.
Mm-hmm.
Could be the kids in there playing. Could be somebody stuck. So we proceeded to walk to the house because we was about three houses down from the house when we heard it. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, who in there? And she was like, help. I'm like, hey, who is you? She was like, help. After the second help, I called the police.
Mm-hmm.
I called the police like, man, somebody I think is stuck in this abandoned house. I don't know the conditions of them, but I think y'all need to send somebody out here.
Right.
Police come out, they go inside, they find her chained at the feet and handcuffed. He comes running back out, get the lock cutters. I'm thinking he had her chained inside of a room. No, he had her chained up. So he got the lock cutters, he cut her free and brought
Mm-hmm.
her out. They took her to the hospital. They let her go too soon for me.
Mm-hmm.
She said
Mm-hmm.
she had been in there from Monday to Saturday, and the hospital let her go like 3 in the morning. Now, did she leave the
Oh
hospital on
wow.
her own? I don't
Right.
know,
Right.
but I think they let her out too soon. But so, and the next day, the news media picks wind of it because one of my friends that took the video,
Mm-hmm.
made a post and shared it, and it just went viral.
Mm,
So the news media got hold to it, came out the next day, and that's when we found out all the information that happened. So she said she was in there since Monday. He sexually assaulted her twice, and he said he was gonna kill
mm-mm, mm-mm-mm. That's crazy. That's crazy. And the one thing I don't like what's going on, like the back and forth on social media, is the fact they like, well, she out here still doing the same thing. And I'm like, it don't matter. I don't care if her profession is out there selling it. You can't take it. If she's a no is no. He had her handcuffed and tied. That wasn't no willing. I don't care if she back out there. That's the way. That's her way of life. That's her
her. And
mentality.
that's our people.
That's
I
our
don't.
people.
That's our people.
That's
I
crazy.
I don't. And the sad part about it is, it's more women bashing her than it is men.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't want to see no woman in that predicament. I don't want. I wish that on no woman, but I
Mm-hmm.
do wish that our race of people will stop doing that to each other and start loving on each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you probably didn't had that happen to somebody in your family. How do you
Absolutely.
think they felt? And
Yep.
I mean, she needs help. She
Yeah.
needs help.
Yeah.
But she's trying to be, and that's what black people do. We refuse to help and bottle it in, and it hurts more.
Mm-hmm. Trying to stay strong.
Trying to stay strong. So I just shove them off right now. I'm just right now. I come to the realization that there are some black people that do not like black people, but we can't let them stop us. We can't let them stop us from doing what we got to do.
Gotta
They
do.
got to deal with that demon on their own.
Absolutely. Now, have they caught the guy? Because I know y'all said y'all didn't go chase him because y'all want to watch the house. Like, what's the status on that?
So today at around 3:30, he was apprehended.
Oh wow. Okay.
She went down to the police station. She identified him as her attacker,
Mm-hmm.
and now we just got to sit back and watch the court procedure.
And that's a whole nother boat.
It's a whole nother boat.
That's a whole nother boat. And I'm not saying that he the one, but I hope this make people realize that it's a serial killer out here. You're not
It,
telling
it
me all these women missing and these bodies coming up, and it might be multiple. It might be more than one.
it's been a serial killer in Roseland for the past 20 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Roseland is the Roseland is the highest sex trafficking
Mm-hmm.
community in the city of Chicago.
Yep. Yep.
Which is how you having fun. Yeah, so yeah, and the FBI said that they would like to talk to him just to get some information from him. You know, I don't believe he's the serial killer, but
Right.
you never know. You
But
never
you
know.
never know.
You
You
never
never
know.
know.
So the FBI say they would like to talk to him. They gave me a call. So
As they
hopefully,
should. And run some
hopefully,
DNA tests.
yeah. And hopefully the community is on alert now. You won't just look at something small and say it's not my problem.
Man.
You got abandoned buildings on your block. You need to make sure you monitor them. If you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna cut the grass and make sure, or if not, call us. We'll come through, make sure the grass is cut, make sure the house is being looked on. I mean, and that's another reason why I'm raising funds. I can't do that without no money.
Without no
And if
money,
I
yeah.
had the money to do it, I wouldn't have to ask. And
Right.
that's another thing. If you know I'm asking for money and you see what I'm doing, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm visual, my life is an open book. From the my Facebook page is open.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
open. You can
Mm-hmm.
go see, and I post up every day, letting you know what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, come on, help me out. I just want, and I ain't even got to be the one to come clean up your block. You clean up your block. Let me
True.
spread the word of you clean up your block. And it's not just in Chicago. This is in every black community around the world. Once
Mm-hmm.
we start caring about our neighbors and start caring about our community, we'll put an end to some of this stuff that's going on.
Going on. Yeah, absolutely. So let the people know what stuff you got coming up. The fundraiser, the basketball tournaments, all that good stuff.
Well, right now we're organizing a community town hall to make everybody aware of what's going on.
Oh,
Uh,
awesome.
starting in starting in June. After school, get out our summer basketball league. We got an adult softball league, and
Okay.
we got a lot of kickbacks. So
Okay.
kickbacks in Chicago is called pull up. We got all the resources, information, what you need, college, jobs, mental health. We're pulling up. We're coming to your community and bring you the information that you need. So stay tuned
Okay.
on my Facebook page, which is Antoine Dice Doban. I also got a page called Hands Around the number 100 at Facebook. YouTube is the watch list. Instagram is Hands Around the Hundreds. Every platform I'm on, Hands Around the Hundreds. All you got to do is look and see what we got going on. But we're gonna make sure that the kids have a safe space because
Yeah.
they don't want our kids downtown. So we
Nope.
got to create the space in the neighborhood for them.
Nope. And I said the same thing. I said them few bad apples made it bad. Because I said, y'all close all the community centers in our community. Where they supposed to go?
And they closed 50 schools. How do you close 50
How do you
schools
close
in a
50
city
schools?
and you still got people sleeping under the Lower Wacker Drive?
Yep.
There go your shelters.
Yep. They go
Because
your
guess what?
shelters.
Them lights be on in that building. Somebody paying them lights.
Somebody paying them lights. And then even some of these
So
abandoned churches.
banning churches, banning homes.
No.
So I'm just telling everybody, come on, join in the fight. Join in the fight.
For
That's it.
our babies. For
Yeah.
our babies. Well, I really appreciate this. This was an awesome interview. You are appreciated, my brother. I appreciate y'all doing what y'all need to do for our community. I don't care if it's one or two people. Hopefully this will grow. Hopefully this wake up the people in the neighborhood eyes and see what's really going on.
Well,
And
really, I hope it wakes up our politicians because it
most
started with our
definitely.
politicians. It
Yep.
started with our politicians, and I need our politicians to open their eyes and understand we
Hmm.
elected you to do a job.
Right.
For over 25 years, you haven't done your job. You can walk through any black community in the city of Chicago or in the United States of America, and the proof is in the pudding that you ain't done your job.
All day,
So
every day.
please step up and do your job. Just do your
Please.
job.
Just do your job.
Do your job.
All right, YouTube. That's another Black Excellent video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and share this video. Hold on, D-Ice, don't hang up. And until the next video, I'm going to holler at your girl. Peace.
Peace.
Okay.